wonder where I need to go next. Remember, we can go to the new area that Andre just told us? Site de performant. Yes, there we go. And there we save. Got a bad feeling about this place.
The painter didn't seem to regard the painting as too important. Not as important as a cigarette break, anyway. Excuse me, could you help me?
What is it?
I've got a few questions. You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoked so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
Merci. Vive l'indifférence.
Vive la révolution.
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean when you finish your break.
When I finish my break, an interesting concept, monsieur.
Yeah.
You'll probably need to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I could have another cigarette while I consider.
One of these workers, huh?
Perhaps tomorrow too.
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris, and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
You don't really. We never would have guessed that about you, mister. Having several cigarette breaks.
What does the word Templar suggest to you?
Templar?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Why we bother even asking? I mean, seriously. This is a guy who definitely doesn't care anything about the world but himself.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but là...
You couldn't be bothered to join.
Right. Tell you what, though.
You
I'm
tell?
surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
Sure, you can recommend a game.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oyster.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Yeah.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Good question.
Who cares as long as they pay me?
I think we know who they are. We've seen them before.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
The painter had a pot of gunmetal gray primer hanging from the barrier.
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Pah!
Well, excuse us, monsieur. So let's try to get in. See what happens. I'm sure nothing bad will happen for us going in here.
The archway was topped by a fancy balustrade. The gate was surrounded by some pretty fancy ironwork.
Typical in Paris. See that kind of ironwork everywhere. Well, we have a guard in here.
A dumpster with some debris in it. The doorway was full of assorted old tea chests, cardboard boxes, and so on. All empty and all uninteresting.
There might be something of interest in them.
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall.
Why would anybody want to keep the place really hot? Doesn't make any sense to me. This place should be kept chilled.
There was a closed door with toilets scratched into the cheap veneer. A guard stood by a door I guessed led to the excavation. He looked pretty pompous. Well, not so much pretty, just pompous. Hi? Excuse me?
Oui?
Yeah, I have played the second Broken Sword a long time ago.
So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard.
You just said it yourself that he's a guard. How can you not expect him to be a guard? George, I really do think that sometimes you're nothing but a complete idiot.
What do you know about the Knights Templar? There was a long pause during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
Well, that was enlightening.
The guard was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him.
I wonder what we could do to get past him. Oh, you followed me. Thank you.
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
Well, that gives us an idea.
I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground.
I would say so.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
So, how about we touch the thermostat?
I turned the heating off.
Is he going to put his gloves
There was a
on?
closed door with toilets.
Yep, he did.
That door's locked, monsieur.
Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door. The phone can look after itself.
Okay, let's go talk to the
Hi, Nico?
George, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
George,
Yes.
why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did. Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh.
Well, I was hoping that Nicole would be some kind of a distraction for this guard, because we need to get
I
in.
didn't think that the guard would just let me waltz past. Besides, I had a hunch that door was locked. Hi again.
What is it?
Trying to get into a locked washroom. I had the strongest feeling of déjà vu. I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Just like before.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
At least this time we didn't need to go for an adventure to get a goddamn toilet brush to get into the toilet. In the toilet you have the furnace. Who designed this place? I mean, seriously.
A hand dryer was mounted on the wall. If the Club Alamet had used one of these instead of a roller towel, I'd probably still be stuck in Marib.
Most certainly.
A filthy wash basin hung on the wall.
And it's got soap on it, so it's not that filthy. I can pick it up.
Oh boy! Dirty soap! How do they do that?
Good question. And besides, the soaps don't get dirty, they get grimy. Do I only play retro games? Mostly. I would play some more recent games, but my computer can't handle it. At least the picture quality would be awful. So instead, I played old games. Old school games, because they're awesome. I like old school games like this.
It was the bar of soap I'd stolen from the washroom of the excavation site.
So I have a bar of soap. What do I use it for?
The cold tap's washer looked to have failed. It was just dribbling down the sink. The cold tap...
In case we can't do anything
A
to
bin
it.
stood in the corner. It didn't look like it had been emptied for a while. I wasn't that interested in what might go into a restroom's garbage to investigate.
You never know. There might be something... Okay. There's never anything interesting in a garbage bin.
I didn't need to get near to tell the toilet needed cleaning.
I guess the smell tells it already.
There was a big old boiler used for heating the building. The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it.
And yet there's nobody here to work on it.
The shovel used to feed the furnace was stuck into the pile of coal. Capacious as my pockets were, I didn't figure I could cram a shovel in them.
Hey, last time you crammed the freaking branch into it. So why not?
I didn't want any coal. A huge pile of coal lay in the corner to fuel the boiler. Real high-tech stuff.
Well, maybe you could get some coal, get a piece of coal, throw it to the guard. He catches it, his gloves get all grimy, and he needs to get in here to clean them up. But there's no soap, so he's going to be doing that for a while we try to bust down the door. Nope. Okay.
There was a ventilation grill up in the wall. I could have climbed onto the sink, prized the ventilator cover loose, wedged myself into the tiny hole, smashed the far cover out, and plunged headfirst into the next room. Or I could just go through the door like a sane person.
Come on, Batman it up a little bit.
A hand dryer was mounted on the wall. If the Club Alamut had used one of these instead, I'd probably...
Can we use the soap on it? Okay. So now that we have the soap and everything, now what?
I figured this was better done out of the guard's sight.
Yeah, I do have a YouTube channel. It's under the same name, SpiderMwa.
On the keyring was a big old key that looked like it might fit the excavation door. I made an impression of the big key in the cake of soap. I carefully sprinkled the plaster into the soap mold I'd made of the key.
Several minutes later, the grand adventure is over. We have a key.
Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key. Way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well.
Well, let's try it.
Maybe not.
Well, let's use it on the coal then. Let's use it on the garbage. The toilet.
Being in a that place was kept in pretty good order. At least, it had been until I vandalized it.
How about we use it on the boiler? Use it on the annoying sink? Where could I make this big key look better?
No.
Why not? It worked in Syria. Oh yeah, the paint outside. Right. I wonder if I can take the keys with me. I'm sure the guard will stop me.
Hey, monsieur, don't go with my keys.
We'll ask for them again.
What is it?
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
You're welcome, Mr. Voice Crack. There's no chrome spray anywhere, but there's the paint. So let's dip this in there.
Hey, monsieur, get away from my paint pot.
Okay.
I should think so.
Well, maybe you can paint the key
Hi, it's
for
me
us?
again.
What now?
I made this key out of plaster.
How thrilling! How clever! How pointless.
I was pretty sure the shaken shock had shot its bolt in Syria. I've got a sewer key.
I used to work in the sewer.
Oh? What happened?
I had a cigarette break in a pocket of methane.
Yeah, that's a bright idea, having a cigarette break
The
in the
manhole
sewers.
cover landed on the other side of the Seine and I was sacked.
Good for you.
Has a guy calling himself Merlin been nosing around?
Was he wearing a t-shirt with "My name is Merlin" on it?
I doubt it.
Then how the hell am I supposed to know his name just by looking at him? Huh?
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
How do I get that freaking paint?
Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
Now it's your dumpster too? Seriously? You own the whole freaking place here?
I couldn't climb over.
What do I need to do? When he smokes, try putting it in then. That might work. Nope. Doesn't work.
Hey, monsieur!
Okay.
You don't really close your eyes when you take a swig from your fag. I'm gonna make another call for Nicole. Maybe she can help me this time.
Coulard.
Hi, Nico. It's me. I'm at the excavation site.
Goodbye, Georges.
No, wait a minute. I need your help.
What kind of help? I told you I'm busy.
This will only take a few minutes, I promise.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I want you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Who?
A painter. I need to get at his pot.
Oh, okay.
Stay on the line. I'll go and get him.
Yes. That is exactly what it was. I did remember correctly. So get on the phone, mister. This reporter.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
You've got a phone call.
For me? Are you certain?
It's a woman. She sounded hot.
What woman? She must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers and his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back. It wouldn't do to keep the lady from her hunk.
Mm-hmm. Her lovely unk. So now we can dip this in here. Kadoink. I wonder what George says about it.
The plaster key had soaked up the paint nicely, and now looked pretty convincing. Still felt like plaster, though.
Can we fix that with this? No?
That is not a good idea.
Well, if it still feels like plaster, it doesn't really matter because the guard is wearing now gloves, so he cannot feel the key.
Well, monsieur, what a strange woman. She was all over me, and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
Why, abuse? Ah well, I have a cigarette to finish. And monsieur, if she calls again, I am not available.
Don't worry. You won't be. We don't need you anymore.
Hi again.
What is it?
I need to use the toilet again.
Again? Already?
I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
Here's the keys. Thanks.
I don't want to
Merci,
return them. God damn it, I hated it because it stays in the goddamn speech bubble, but I want
I need...
Again?
I have this...
Stupid. Dang it. Damn it.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir.
There we go. Now I can use the keys. Yeah, many people thought that I'm American from the first time because that's my accent. I don't speak with an English proper British accent at all, or anything other. I've always spoken with an American accent. Ever since I was a kid, I spoke with an American accent. So, yeah, that's almost 30 years
Quickly
of
and without
speaking
fuss,
English.
I swapped the fake key for the real thing.
Almost 30 years of speaking that the language with this accent. So it had stuck and be that way. Even in Finnish, yeah, sure, why not? I speak Finnish with an American accent as well.
It was the key to the excavation.
What is it?
I held my breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution.
He won't.
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
I sound odd speaking Finnish? Well, maybe because you always hear me speaking English. Yeah, kind of surreal, yeah. It feels surreal to me too if I speak in my mother language in videos or in live stream. It feels weird because I always talking English. But if I talk in Finnish, it doesn't feel natural. No. Normally, of course, I speak in Finnish because I am Finnish. Now, how do we get rid of this guy? And that is the last thing we need to do.
Hi again.
What is it?
Have you seen this man before?
Oh,
You have.
no.
You have. You have. You definitely have.
Hi again.
What is...
I thought better of showing him the chalice. He might be on the conspiracy's payroll, and I didn't want to risk it.
Oui? You have...
A sudden urge to sing. Care to join me?
No, no singing in here.
So what do I do with this
Talk
guy?
to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
How do we get in here without him in the way? I don't think Nicole is gonna help us.
Hi, Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed. What do you want this time?
What did you say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, George.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way. Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
Apparently Nicole will help. That's good. Have to use Nicole for the same puzzle twice. That's quite the achievement. There are different flavors to Jaffa cakes. The Jaffa cakes that I have eaten
This looked
recently
like a good place to watch things develop.
were raspberry flavor. They're good. I don't really care for
Hey, you! It's the phone.
the orange ones either.
Who is it?
How should I know? What am I, your social secretary?
It's not a chick, is it?
Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it?
Does she have a warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate?
Yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on.
I'm not talking to her.
I can see that. You're wasting time talking
George.
to me.
No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her.
George!
You refuse. You refuse. I'm wasting valuable time.
George!
Don't make me laugh. Your time valuable? You just stand around all day.
I have a highly responsible job. Pah, don't pah me, you elephantine oaf. My job is important.
Impossible. They would have hired somebody competent in that case.
George!
Meaning what?
George, go
Instead of
in.
which they hired a dismal rent-a-cop like you.
George, go in.
All
Rent-a-cop.
epaulette and no brains.
Why, you... This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good an opportunity to miss.
But you still have a job to do, George, so get in. Jeez. Maybe in the end, those two will turn to Yo Mama jokes. Yo Mama insults. Your mama's so fat. And other stuff. You never know. Yeah, that is definitely a skeleton in here too.
Some planks used to make the catwalk were leaning against the wall.
They made quite the catwalk here. It looks like it's very precise. Good job.
Oh, great. More dead people. Although, the gendarmes weren't likely to pull in any suspects unless they had a time machine. This guy must have been here for centuries.
Yeah, who knows how long he had been here.
In the middle of the floor was a weird mosaic, all swirling and distorted. Now there's a familiar face.
Or should I say familiar faces? It sounds almost like I said feces. Boop. So now I know what to do around here.
There was no doubt about it. It was the same sort of idol I'd seen in Syria, Baphomet. The Templars had certainly been through here. Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point, a kind of focus to one side.
So let us use the chalice. For once.
And there it was, decoded by the curves of the chalice. The image of a church.
But where is this church?
I found out what the chalice was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yeah, there was a distorted picture at the Baphomet site. When I viewed it in the polished surface of the chalice, it changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower. Look at the chalice now, Nico.
What happened? It's shiny.
The priest at Montfaucon buffed it up for me.
That's incredible.
Yeah, looks as good as new.
No. You found a use for a priest. That's incredible.
Jeez. Pretty harsh on the cleric there. Aren't you, Nico?
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
don't think we even need to look at the manuscript anymore. We have pretty much solved the whole puzzle. Yeah, that's that, and that's that. Yeah, let's go. We have a church to be found.
I guess I'd better return the chalice to the Countess.
Hurry back, Georges.
I'm sure the Countess will be extremely happy that we have the chalice in pristine order. I was actually thinking that I would stop the stream here, but I'm not gonna because we're very close to the end of the game here, so I'm gonna continue on until we do that. Even if it takes me through the night. But it won't, it will be just last for 2 hours or so. I don't remember how long it takes. Villa de Vasconcelos.
I'd been planning to return the chalice anyway, but I hadn't expected the trail to bring me here. The Villa de Vasconcelos was as picturesque as ever. The weather was still clear, and Lopez was still watering the damn lawn. I was beginning to suspect that he was surgically attached to that hose.
Well, some people are very meticulous with their
Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
routines. The Countess is dead.
Senor Stobart, how pleasant to see you. You are well.
Now
Fine,
he's
thanks.
really
Is
nice.
the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you
And
an apology.
Yep.
No, you don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
It was reasonable.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
Well, it's good to know that she's happy. And it's good to know that you're happy. That she's happy. Everybody's happy. Yay! It's a whole happy, happy party up here. Happy, happy, joy, joy, 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 joy. And I think I made everybody's ears bleed.
Senor Stobart, oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Of course.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
Almost.
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knight secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Ah, to be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
Oh, we can't let the bad guys win. Now can we?
There's something else that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians.
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
Duh! Now you realize it.
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city.
We can go on the same ride because we're returning to Paris right now to find out the quotations. So, care for a ride?
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
An old grandfather clock stood against the wall. Military hardware, medieval style. There was a boar's head over the fire. It didn't look very happy. Must be hard to look happy when you're wearing a chimney breast.
I guess the boar is a bit bored being there. Why do I make so many stupid puns? Sometimes I hate my humor style. But then again, I love it. It's a love and hate situation sometimes. I wonder if we can talk to him about anything.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
What's the story behind the chalice vanishing?
When the Inquisition raided, in the absence of Don Carlos, it was believed that they had taken it. Naturally, they denied the charge as they denied taking the children. And naturally, nobody believed them.
But they were telling the truth. The chalice was hidden from them. You don't suppose they were telling the truth about the children as well, do you?
Madre de Dios! I had not thought of that. But then what happened to them?
Good question.
I don't know. If the Inquisition didn't take them, then who did?
Maybe Don
You
Carlos?
must speak to my lady of these.
Count on it.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Tobar.
Hey, I still wanted to talk about the Countess.
Hi, Lopez.
Stop wandering.
Certainly,
So the Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the de Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Tobar.
Adios, muchacho. Arriba! So, let's see if we can talk to the Countess about the children. Although, I don't know if she knows anything better about it. You never know. Who knows?
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Or maybe I will be your worst nightmare.
There's still the mystery of the missing chess piece.
I do not think that it will ever be discovered unless the fate of the children is revealed.
The Inquisition were suspected of taking the chalice and the kids, right? We know now they were innocent of the first crime. What if...
They did not take the children either. Then what happened to them?
Good
The
question.
Inquisition admitted to killing Don Carlos's manservant. Now, this guy had been told to protect the kids at all costs, right?
That is correct.
I think he hid them and the chalice when he got wind that the Inquisition was coming. With him dead, and Don Carlos driven mad with grief, there was nobody left who knew the secret. You know what this means, don't you?
I fear so. The children are still here somewhere. If this is so,
Grim.
then it is small wonder that the de Vasconcelos are cursed.
So we need to find the children now?
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
Where do we even begin to look for the children? Where could he have hidden them from the Inquisition?
It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't. Must have been traveling pretty fast when he hit the wall.
Funny. Still funny. Maybe Lopez will know more about where the children could be. Now that we figured out that they're still here.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly.
Nope.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios.
Maybe if we go back here, we can find more about where they could be. I'm not even sure if this is required to be done to continue. But then again, I don't even know where that church that we found out in the excavation site is.
I wasn't about to go clambering on. It looked kind of sinister. I didn't want to mess with the building. I didn't want to mess with the De Vasconcellos Mausoleum, where 5 Templars lie.
And maybe children.
The statue on the top of the building looked like the one in the Parisian church. He seemed to be looking out to sea. For what?
Who knows?
Over the doorway was a statue of a hooded figure bearing a cross. I wanted to go swimming, but I didn't have the time.
You can always have time for a little swim.
The De Vasconcellos, where...
There's nothing around here that indicates where the children could be. The only clue that I can think of is the statue up here that looks out into the sea, so maybe the kids took a boat ride instead of being killed here. Darren Riley?
The house was old, but nowhere near as old as the gatehouse section.
Hopefully they're not with Cthulhu and the others.
Lopez, one man and his hose.
Hi, Lopez.
One man, one hose,
Certainly.
lots of wet grass.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios.
Do we even need to figure out this lost children thing at all? I doubt it, but I'm compelled to it right now. I want to know. We need to know. I got to know. Yeah, the dogs are still there.
I love suit.
Well, some people don't. To some people, suits of armor like that are extremely scary.
The fire was made up and ready, waiting for the year to turn cold. I came here to solve a mystery, not go jousting.
Oh, the Templar mark. Maybe that's a clue?
I doubted the Templars had hidden anything in there. I didn't recognize any of the titles, apart from an ancient edition of Don Quixote.
It's a Don Quixote.
From the window, I could see some sort of balcony. It didn't look like it was used too often.
How about this window?
From the window, I could see the garden, including Lopez, who was still watering the damn thing.
Anything else?
It was a large window with shutters.
There's gotta be something around here.
Now what the hell was I going to do with a hog's head?
Pull it? Maybe it opens a secret place?
It was way too warm to light the fire. Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
I got nothing. absolutely
I'll
nothing.
have a look around if...
My home.
Now, what would I want with a bunch of logs?
Juggle them. Become a circus performer.
There was a big aspidistra sitting on a table in the hall. I didn't want a pot plant.
You don't want pot? What kind of a man are you? I absolutely got nothing. Maybe I don't need to solve this mystery of the lost children at all. So, if I don't, then we can leave.
It was the driveway down to the main road. I didn't want to leave just yet, though.
Okay, we cannot leave. We need to find the children. So let's just keep looking. I just don't know where to look. Did I check out the Bible passages? I don't know how to check the Bible passages. There's a Bible in the mausoleum. I'm an idiot. Let's go check out the Bible passages.
What will the Bible passages reveal to George? Tune in next time for the next episode of Broken Sword.